So how would you write an annual letter just like Jeff Bezos? Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose, and it is time to be liberated from the chaos of working in your business. And at the time of this recording, we are just about to shut down this bizarre year of 2020. And if you're listening to this later in time, just know that we're in the midst of the holiday season, and I could not be more excited. And this is the season also that we need to be thinking through how we're communicating with our teams going into the following year. So this works at any year, whatever the year. You don't need a pandemic to make it work. Sometimes we get lost in the repetition of process, and that's a good thing, but sometimes it's to the neglect of humanity that can be found in our words. But here's the reality. Your team wants to know what you're thinking. They really do want to know what you're thinking. They want to know what's in that head, what you're spinning about in your head, and what you're looking about. They want to know your ideas, your plans, your real-time thoughts, and your reflections. And they want to know what you're seeing. And one of the most powerful, durable, and recordable ways to share your human thoughts as a leader is to write them out and to get them on a sheet of paper and personally addressed to your team. Of course, you don't have any doubt, but poet Sylvia Path helps us confront our doubt by saying, by the way, everything in life is writable if you have the outgoing guts to do it. The worst enemy to creativity is self-doubt. When you write a letter to your business, you have immediately created a recorded history. When your business is 2 or 10 or 40 years off into the future, those future team members and leaders will be installed with the founders or previous owners' principles, ideas, innovations, and foundations. When you do not write a letter to your business, it gets lost in time. So what we're encouraging and challenging you to do is to write a letter to each member of your business every year. I've already written mine for this year, shared it to every one of our team members, and you can personally deliver it somehow. So to help you, we're going to walk through a simple template you can use to write your powerful annual letter. The first exposure that I had to an annual letter was Amazon.com's founder, Jeff Bezos, in his 1997 shareholder letter. I used it in my first ever coaching session with a client as we build out their vision story. In his letter, Bezos works through some key elements that we can put into a simple template to help you think through a powerful letter. So the first thing he does is he begins with key milestones. These are things that he's laid out that they've achieved throughout the year. It's a short and sweet and very powerful thing coming right out of the gate. There's no fluff. You dive right in. You may say something like this. Dear Hannah, we saw Acme Company grow beyond our projections by about 5%, and you were a huge part of that. Our goal is to move beyond where we're at now and for next year to become the second largest XYZ company in our county. And so next, Jeff Bezos goes on to discuss multiple opportunities that are in front of Amazon. Even if you're staring down the barrel of a recession, a pandemic, opportunity is in front of you. But what is it? What could your business do, even if you didn't know the how to do it? Writing this letter forces you to see opportunity and then to take the risk of sharing that opportunity. Use wisdom, use discretion, and be bold. And you can do all three together. Third, Bezos begins sharing true stories that are aligned with their unique core values of long-term and, quote, obsess over customers. With each of those stories, he's also diligent to lay out bullet points of what the impact will be to Amazon from those stories, both the fun parts and the challenging parts. For instance, an impact of long-term, is what he laid out, is when forced to choose between optimizing the appearance of our GAAP accounting and maximizing the present value of future cash flows, we will take the cash flows. That is a core value of long term. He's honest, he's discreet. Jeff Bezos shares what he can share, but I'm sure he doesn't share everything. Also remember that Amazon is a publicly traded company, so they'll tend to be a little bit more open about their financial numbers due to their public transparency. You may not wish to share those. But whatever you wish to write, just ask yourself, how will this impact particular team members as they read it? The overall goal is to celebrate, encourage, inspire, motivate, show appropriate vulnerability and vision cast through your annual letter. Next, Bezos shares some key metrics that may make sense to the Amazon team. What will make sense to your team? Is it the number of increased contracts signed this year? Is it the user ratings that have increased this year over the last? So what is that? What are those metrics that matter to your team? This may be a great place to share them. Fifth, Bezos devotes an entire section just to the Amazon team, celebrating them. He's an aspirational leaders saying things like this: the past year's successes is the product of a talented, smart, hardworking group, and I take pride in being part of this team. He's also very sober, and he says it's not easy to work here, but we're building something important. Near the end of the letter, Bezos goes on into full-on vision casting and goal setting. It is a sentence-by-sentence power punch to the soul of each team member, as if to say, I so value you that I'm going to stretch our horizons so you will always have a place to run by doing your highest and best work. So where are you headed? Where are the broad steps that it will take for you to get there? Remember those words of the Jewish prophet Habakkuk: write the vision down so those who read it may run. Finally, Jeff Bezos signs off with a 2-sentence summary. This would be a great place to reinforce your mission statement by saying something like this: this was a powerful year, and I'm beyond grateful for you. Thank you for your work, for your commitment. So to summarize, here are the 8 elements that we've pulled from Bezos' 1997 shareholder letter. Number 1, be personal. Number 2, celebrate milestones. Number 3, lay out the opportunities ahead. Number 4, focus on a value-based story and their realities. Number 5, lock in on some key metrics that make sense. Number 6, celebrate the team. Number 7, vision cast and set goals. And finally, give a sincere summary of what you see. That's it. Proof your letter, send it to a team member along with a trusted advisor for review, and have them look over it 1 or 2 more times, and then you can deliver it to each one of your team members. It's an incredibly powerful tool for you to be able to do. Hey, as you go into this next year, make sure to go to mybusinessonpurpose.com/free. We have unlocked our entire platform that you have access to for 28 days, including not only the recorded content, but also the live coaching and accountability content is there for you. We want to make sure that you take advantage of that going into the new year so that you can live out your business on purpose. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody, at the time of this recording. And if you're listening to this later on our YouTube channel, on our podcast, wherever you're at in the year, may you live out your business on purpose.